So this older 4K iPhone is clearly better than this 5K GoPro in just about everything, except for image stabilization and being able to put in weird places and dangerous places. I'll put my iPhone in dangerous places. Do I have to hold this the entire time? I'm gonna put it down. I'll put it down and I'll pick it up when I feel like I want it. I'm choosing the iPhone. I'm recording this on an iPad right now. That beats this. Really, it's not even a contest in terms of image quality. iPhone has a better sensor, better lens, better chips and all the stuff that make things go smoothly, better interfaces, less frustrating to tap on things. All these things use image processing to make up for their weaknesses. They all use sharpness. They all are compensating for the fact that they are budget consumer gear for the most part. And GoPro, by comparison, you know, it's a much noisier sensor. I mean, you do this thing at 100 ISO, you're still getting lots of noise. This lens is super soft. You can turn off sharpness for this thing. See how blurry that lens is? Look at this screen. Like, I don't know why you would do anything with sharpness off. I mean, you have the option. It just kind of shows you what it's doing to make it passable. And it works in the action cam sense. These things are kind of made for the outdoors, blue sky movement. And image stabilization on this is like amazing. You don't even need a gimbal anymore. You could do the whole thing like this and it's a really smooth horizontal level. And for as much as the iPhone is waterproof now, I'm not pushing that because I want my iPhone to last for at least 5 years and I use it for a ton of things. GoPro only does one thing and the whole thing is it's supposed to be really durable and it's supposed to be able to take a beating. So it should be subjected to that. All my other cameras don't have screens on the front. I don't have any cameras where I can go like this to see myself. I gotta do all these complicated things to see myself. It's worth it. I like having the screen on the front. And I should have taken it out sooner. Compare this Hero 5. It's a bigger camera. I mean, obviously it's a better picture. There's a few things like you would think, oh, low light got improved. They both don't look all that great in low light. In any case of people vlogging with these or using them as a replacement for a phone, because again, on a phone, you don't have a flip out. So you do have the front facing screen. So it is easier. Whoa, ho, ho, almost dropped that. It is easier to pull that off in situations where you don't want to use the front facing. So on this I got a 1080 front facing camera. Usually front facing cameras aren't as good as the back facing cameras no matter what. I do 1440 videos, so whenever I use the front facing camera, I'm always upscaling. With this I could do 4K or 5K, being able to see myself here. And just by comparison, I got Filmic Pro on the iPhone, so I can do a lot of the things you already do with the GoPro, time-lapse, full manual controls with Filmic Pro. GoPro, you have full manual controls. It's also cheaper. I mean, they're getting more expensive, but it's also cheaper. Yeah, this is only a camera and an iPhone is so many other things. I mean, here's the thing. This iPhone is better than this GoPro, but this iPhone isn't going to be better than some amazing Sony mirrorless camera or some cinema camera, but it's what I have. And the GoPro, it's like, well, between the two, I mean, yeah, this is much better. So I'm using it in any case where it's just about image quality. Even though this thing has 5K on a smartphone or 5K on anything that isn't a really good camera with a really good lens and a big sensor is always gonna be like an artificial 5K. When you compare it to another camera's 1080, the 1080 could be better on a really good camera with a really good lens because it's actually capturing that. And because this uses sharpening and stuff to compensate for its limitations, it's capturing 5K, but it can't actually get that detail, so it's interpolating whatever it is. If something says it's 5K or 8K, comparing it to things in its own class, you would say 5K GoPro is going to give you more quality than a 4K GoPro. But really when I compare these, I mean, when I say like Hero 5 and Hero 9, I'm seeing the image stabilization is really good. You get higher resolution and you don't have to do the wide distorted bubble view. That was always a thing. If I need to mount it to myself, that works really good. Custom mounts for things in the car and on bikes and motorcycles and stuff like that. That's a really good use for it. And yeah, I did videos about it. Nobody watched them. Nobody watches any of my videos about GoPros. This is probably the last video I'm going to do about GoPros. Cutting it really close because GoPro Hero 10 is going to be coming out soon. So whatever on that. So Hero 9 has been using the same processor for a couple generations now. It's slow. The most responsive thing on this, it wasn't in the Hero 5, but the way you swipe between photo, time-lapse mode, that is like spot on. And it's so annoying because I never want to change modes. Like, just let me do it. You could do it this way. You could press the button. Like, let me turn off the screen swipe for this. Like, please. I'm going to press something and it's like I'm swiping, and I don't like that. That annoys the crap out of me. I will say it seems like it has gotten better in the sense that I remember when I first started using this, it was like to tap on things and to get it to be responsive. This was not happening. This level of responsiveness did not exist when this came out. I think firmware updates must have improved stuff, but yeah, this is the same level of sensitivity. So it's like this always worked and all the other stuff didn't. Battery life is still like super short. Here's a chart. I don't have it memorized. And then there's also audio. You know, GoPro is like notoriously bad audio. It's gotten better. So we're going to do several tests in one right here. One is the low light noise. So I'm not capping the ISO. ISO is doing whatever it's going to do. And also this is a flat profile. Because before, the GoPro profile is for outdoors. And part of what made it look extra worse in here is because this is supposed to be a warmer scene. And the GoPro profile is fighting that warmth. But really, I think with the Hero 9, what makes it look even worse is the fact that it's kind of boosting the saturation unnaturally. And it just doesn't fit this scene. I could do a comparison where I'm showing this with the lighting not boosted. Yeah, let's do that. So this is what the GoPro looks like flat profile with the lighting that I've been using for the rest of this video. Not changing the lighting at all, just changing the settings on the camera. I know it's not going to be optimal. I'm not trying as hard with the GoPro to get it just right. I'm just kind of using default settings. So ISO is going to do what it's going to do. And this is what the iPhone sounds like in good lighting. Not that those two correlate, but we might as well do the comparisons. Just like a thing I noticed, and I'm going to like really pay attention to it now. On the iPad, I could see some flicker on that wall from that light. And it's not the fault of the iPad, it's the fault of the light bulb, and I should probably do something about that. But I'm never aware of it when I use the iPhone. So hopefully I won't end up in this video. Hopefully I could do a flicker removal plugin on that. But that's like just a thing that I've noticed last time I used the iPad is that I see that flicker. And so whenever I'm trying to prove that the iPad and the iPhone match, well, it doesn't help when I do it with this scene. Anyways, this is what the audio sounds like. And we'll do it without the studio lighting on. So this is the iPhone in low light, back and forth comparison with the GoPro in the same situation. Automatic settings on this one, just letting the camera do its automatic white balance and exposure. And this is how it deals with low light. So GoPro Hero 9, not as good as I expected it to be. I think I expected it. Actually, I expected it to be something that would match my iPhone. I figured, oh, Hero 9 will probably near match an iPhone from 2 years prior. And it's just no contest. iPhone is better. You move forward, you got better iPhones than I do. You're getting better quality images. You're getting wide and telephoto lenses now. You compare these side by side. Image quality, this is going to win all the time. Image stabilization and action camera convenience. I'm not putting this under my car. Never. So if I want to get certain shots, I have no choice. This is the camera for certain shots. And that's just the way it is. It's like a tool in the arsenal. Do I have anything else to say? Like, do I have a way to end this?